got so caught up in Country Wayne. Almost couldn't finish. I almost couldn't get to this. Okay. First, good news. I'm down to 193. Oh, I felt like turning on that hot light. It is hot. Well, today I'm talking about the Bible says it is okay to be gay. Richie Rashad over on TYT, and he was unfortunately, what are we talking about? I forget the conversation, but it had to do with some fool talking about this pastor who got caught with a 15-year-old in his congregation, from his congregation in his car. And one of the commenters, and somebody was saying he's going to get off. Somebody in the comments was saying he's going to get off, and they're going to do it again. And somebody was saying, unfortunately, they always get off, and you get forgiven. And so someone in the comments said, please tell me why or where in the Bible it says it's okay to be gay, because Dr. Richie had said, it's okay to be gay. So the persons in the Bible said, so tell me where in the Bible it says it's okay to be gay. Well, I couldn't wait to oblige. So it does say it's okay to be gay in the Bible. In two places. Well, mostly one. But in two places. And it's not so much that it says it is okay. It's the fact that it does not forbid it. So in Deuteronomy, just in case anybody wants to know what the Bible says about, one, homosexuality, and then two, cross-dressing. Deuteronomy addresses cross-dressing, and it specifically says, chapter 22, Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. Okay, that's Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. It says it is an abomination. Okay, all right. Now we get to Leviticus. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. And specifically it says about homosexuality. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. That specifically addresses homosexuality, a man having sex with a man. So I went and repeated those verses to the person who said, please show me in the Bible where it says it is okay to be gay. And so the person that I was writing back and forth with, well, I won't name, because I'm not trying to put him on the spot, him or her. I don't know. It was an emoji with a name, not a person's name. And I explained to the person that and this is Moses giving his laws and the divers laws to the children of Israel. And so what the Bible is saying about homosexuality and cross-dressing is that it is an abomination. The Bible does not forbid it. What an abomination is, and what God is saying, or the Lord is saying, is that, or God is, what he's saying is that it is an abomination. An abomination is a thing of disgust, and that it is nasty. And you can Google it. But what God is saying is that cross-dressing whether a man wearing a woman's clothes or a woman wearing a man's clothes, is disgusting and that it is nasty. And specifically in Leviticus, when I said to the person that was writing me, do you want the person to be murdered? And so he said to me, I never said I wanted anybody to be murdered. I said, right, but the verse that you are referring me to in Leviticus, or that you're saying to me, do you believe that the Lord is God and that what his word says is the word, and I am God and I am only God and it is his word? Okay, so if you're referring that he is Lord thy God, and what you're saying, it is his word, not Moses's word, because I pointed out this was Moses giving the word to the children of Israel, and that it is not Moses' word, because it was Moses who is saying it to the children of Israel. Yes, it is. He's repeating the word, the Lord's words, but it was Moses giving the laws, Moses' laws, that he was repeating to the children of Israel. You're telling me that it is the Lord's words that Moses is passing down to the children of Israel. And what he is specifically saying is that their blood shall be upon them. And he is specifically saying that they shall surely be put to death. So do you want the men to be put to death? So, oh, you're calling me a murderer? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I disagree that the men should be put to death. Because according to your Lord is saying to put them to death. And so I'm saying to you, I don't think they should be put to death, because your Lord is saying put them to death. And this is where I disagree, because it contradicts the other thing that your Lord said, because your Lord said that we know not what we do and that we should forgive one another and to turn the other cheek. And so the person didn't respond back to me. Because I said that the Bible is a guide for us to live our lives by. We aren't to take it literally. And I said that I also disagree, because who is God to tell us that we should kill these people because God feels that homosexuality is disgusting and nasty? That is no reason to kill somebody because they're having sex with one another, and God feels that it's disgusting and nasty. So what? That he feels homosexuality is disgusting and nasty. Just based on the fact that God feels that it is an abomination, we should kill someone? I disagree. So then that's when the person that I was writing, and I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but that's when the person said, what? And I said, what happened to we should forgive one another? And what happened that we should love one another? Because they couldn't argue the fact with me that an abomination, and I don't think they understood what an abomination meant. I said, you can look up the word abomination. Abomination simply means something is disgusting and nasty. And those of you who disagree with me, you can look up the word abomination. It just means that a thing is nasty and disgusting. I think that some people think that abomination means to destroy, but it doesn't. An abomination means something is disgusting and nasty. So if you feel that cross-dressing is nasty and disgusting, then don't do it. And if you feel that abomination is, having sex with someone that is of the same sex is disgusting and nasty, then don't do it. But my position is that I don't feel that anybody should be murdered because they're doing something nasty and disgusting. But gay is okay, because all he's saying, God is saying, is that having sex with someone of the same sex is nasty and disgusting. He did not forbid it, because where the Bible says something is forbidden, it says it is forbidden, like with the fruit. So gay is okay. So he never responded back to me. And I explained to him that since the age of 8, I've read the Bible 10 times from front to back, and I've not memorized it yet. So I have to constantly read the Bible because there's so much in it. Nobody can constantly memorize it. And my pastor has always said to me, you read the Bible for understanding. You don't read the Bible to memorize it. So you use it as a guide, because he also said the Bible is not a story. And so I explained to him that the Bible is a book of stories. It's used as a guide so that should we come across something in our life that is comparable to what we're going through, we're supposed to use it as a guide for whatever situation we're going through. It's full of intelligent stories. It's full of fantastical stories. It's full of a whole bunch of stuff that we may find ourselves in similar situations that we go through based on the lives of the people of that time. Because there's nothing new in our lives that we're going to go through that the people in here, I have the Apocrypha in mind. Most Bibles don't have it. That the people of this time did not go through. Now, he didn't respond back to me, he or she, but I was also going to point out that the people, the children of Israel, are the people of this time that Moses was referring to. And those are the people that the Lord was saying, don't have same sex, don't cross-dress, don't man lie with man. He wasn't referring to the Africans. He wasn't referring to the Jews. He wasn't referring to the Asians. He wasn't referring to all the people, the other races of people. He was specifically referring to the children of Israel of that time, for those people. He wasn't referring to the Canaanites and the Moabites. He was just referring to those people, but the person didn't respond back and engage me so that I was, to refer to him. These were just those people that God was referring to. So if you were not those people, the children of Israelite of that camp, it was okay for every other race to be gay. And it was not an abomination for those other people. Moses was just talking about those people. So it is okay to be gay and it not be an abomination. Okay. So I wish people would stop using the Bible to say that it's an abomination to be gay, because it's not. And it doesn't say it anywhere in anyone's Bible. I've studied the Quran. I've studied the Mormons. I've studied the Jehovah's Witness. And I've studied the Catholic Bible for a year each, even though my pastor told me not to do this. And the reason he said so for me not to do this is because he doesn't want us to study the other Bible, is because why this Bible is the King James 1611 authorized King James version. The text changes, and my pastor was ordained in Mississippi, and he went to the schools back then. So even though my church is in the north, and I've never been in the South, but my training is from a pastor who was trained in the South. So you couldn't go to any, thumping churches with the music and the this and the that. And you couldn't even be I wasn't even baptized till I was 8 years old. You couldn't be baptized as a child because you had to go to Sunday school and you had to learn before you couldn't even take communion until you understood the entire story of Jesus, and that he was a real person and not some fictional character. He was a real man that was going around and trying to spread the word, the good word of the understanding of having, really was a freedom of speech thing about what Jesus was trying to do. And that was kindness and love and helping one another. That is literally what Jesus was trying to do. And the Roman government at the time did not want him to do that, because they were greedy sons of bitches, and they were trying to hoard and make people work and not pay them, and hoard all their treasures and money and food and property and wealth for themselves and not give any to the people. And so Jesus' teachings were just a opposite that, obviously, if you know anything about the Bible. It was about giving and sharing and love and, not harboring ill feelings against others that had riches. So you couldn't be baptized unless you understood that. People recently have done things against me. They don't understand why I'm not mad. People in my family have done things against me, and they'll understand why I'm not angry. Neighbors have done things against me. They don't understand why I don't get angry. You can't control me. You can't do things against me and control me. And that's when people do things, they want to control you. No, you keep your anger, you keep your hatred, you keep your jealousy. You're not getting my time. You're not. Because I'm about being positive. That's not to say that I won't get upset about things, but you're not going to hold and you're not going to harbor anger in my heart or in my mind. And that's what you do in life. So anyway, you just move on beyond it and you do what you need to do. If you need to take a motherfucker to court to resolve a thing, fine. You try to resolve it without that, but sometimes you can't. And the only way is you get the law involved. But anyway, all right. So that is my thing. It is okay to be gay. And so people like to use the Bible to harm other people. It's not in there. You're not going to find it. You can comb the entire Bible. You're never going to find it because it's not in there. The things that I find on the internet or from watching Dr. Richie on TYT. But that was a good Sunday school. All right. Like I said, I'm down to 193. You all have a good day. I'm going to enjoy my chips. Woo! Oh.